Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today I want to talk about Flare, Coinbase, and a little bit about the price, as these two things have really been on my mind in the last week or so, and a lot of you guys brought it to my attention that I should talk more about Coinbase not supporting Flare and about Flare's drop and what I'm doing with that. So today I want to enlighten you guys a little bit about that. But first, we are also giving away 100 XRP if we can get 1,000 likes within 24 hours. So make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. Now let's not waste any more time though. Flare is actually not that important. It's Spark, right? Because that's really the household name that you guys have been hearing. But Spark is designed by Flare. Now, what Spark really is, it's a utility fork from XRP. And basically what you get is, for every XRP that you have, you may get some Spark as well by either having it on an exchange that supports it or by, linking your own accounts yourself. And what I mean with your own accounts is, for example, if you had your money on Ledger, you'd have to do it yourself. If you have your money on Binance, it would be done automatically. You'd automatically get yourself a hand of some Flare. And whatever the ratio is going to be, it's not going to be different for anybody. It's all going to be the same. But whether or not it is a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2, that I do not know. All right, that's going to be determined later, depending on how many exchanges cooperate. And that's really where things get kind of interesting, as if we check through here, through Flare's Twitter, literally every exchange I've ever heard of is part of this. I mean, Kraken is part, OKX, Huobi, BLC, Binance, Poloniex. Literally every exchange you've ever heard about is going to be supporting this drop, meaning, again, all those exchanges are going to make sure that you get that Spark for free and just everything's smooth and stuff like that, except for Coinbase, which, in my opinion, is really interesting. I personally don't know why, because at first it was also Kraken, but Kraken has changed their mind. They've changed their mind. You can get it all. So it's only as of this point, I believe, Coinbase out of all these huge exchanges. And the thing is, if it were only this that Coinbase was not working with, it would be fine, I think. But it's not like Coinbase is a very good exchange the last couple of weeks anyway. It goes down so freaking often. And a lot of you guys keep complaining about that. So let me quickly say a couple of things though, a disclaimer. This is no shade towards Coinbase on a legal level. I am not recommending Coinbase. I'm not trying to harm Coinbase's reputation with this, even though it kind of may look like that. And I don't know whatever legal thing I should say right there to make sure they don't come after me. I'm just representing my own opinion as a exchange user, because yes, I do, or I have used Coinbase before, and I'm giving an honest review and opinion of the platform and its actions. All right, I think that's allowed, right? I think so. I don't think they can sue me for that. So, having said that, again, I'm not being too happy with the way that Coinbase is going around right now, mostly because they've gone down so many times. And if you read here, Bitcoin go up, Coinbase go down. And every time you want to withdraw something, or every time something important happens, boom, Coinbase is down. It's kind of a household thing right now. If you think about an exchange going down, you think about Coinbase. If you think about some crazy volume in crypto, you think, oh, Coinbase must be down. And it keeps going on that way. And that's kind of what's put for me one and one together of not liking Coinbase as of this moment, because I kind of feel like they are also against XRP to a certain degree. They've not supported Flare, but it's not like they've ever really done anything good for XRP in that sense. They're always kind of against it, or at least it kind of feels like that. So, yeah, from that perspective, again, I'm thinking Coinbase just does not want us to win in that sense. And look at this tweet here. As about $3 billion of XRP are held on Coinbase, Flare Networks brought this to light, calling the attention of XRP investors, the Ripple-powered blockchain fork tweeted. Coinbase is barely engaged with Flare. They hold about $3 billion of your XRP, so not $3 billion, but $3 billion XRP. It is likely too late for them to do the work to support the Spark Flare distribution at this point, and thus they will most likely not do that. Kraken also said, we do not have any plans to support it, but eventually they hopped on, right? Or am I wrong? I believe this is Kraken here. XRP holders, here's something to put a spark in your day. Kraken plans to support the airdrop. So it's literally, I think, only Coinbase that's not doing that. And it's 3 billion XRP. A lot of us are on there having our XRP stored. So what does this mean if you have your XRP on Coinbase right now? Well, it means that if you want to get free Spark, and if you think that's going to be insane, you have to take your money off. But again, that can take some time because Coinbase often goes down. And you have to have done that before the 12th of December because that's when the airdrop is going to be. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm leaving all my money on exchanges, all my XRP on exchanges that support it for the money that was already in there. But I'm not going to do anything with my ledger up to maybe like a couple of days up front. Maybe like the 10th, I'm going to look into how to do it on Ledger because I'm just seeing if there's still some vulnerability or some issue. I'm just kind of afraid of it, right? But the snapshot date is December 12th. And even though I don't think there could be anything wrong because otherwise all these guys wouldn't have done it, I kind of feel like I should be afraid of something that may happen. But if you guys have factuals on this objectively, or if any of the Ripple members or employees have ever said, do this, even maybe David Schwartz, because I've seen some things about that, I'll go through with it. Because if David Schwartz has said it's fine, there's no question in my mind that it's going to be fine, right? Because he's one of the most talented blockchain, what can I call him, developers out there. So he's definitely got my sign of approval. So if he says it's fine, I'm definitely going to go for it as well. But maybe we should ask him on Twitter what he thinks about Flare and if it's all legit. I know the guys over at Ripple have said it's good, but I'm wondering if this manual connecting of your ledger is also a smart idea. I'm not doubting that Flare is a quote-unquote legit project in a certain sense because, well, Brad Garlinghouse has also spoken out on it. Even though I don't support Flare for taking so much of the Spark, I do think that they have some good incentive in it. And the thing is with Coinbase, they may have so many bad sides and I may dislike that they're leaving out on so much money. Another part of this is the more exchanges that are excluded from this drop, the higher our ratio will be. Because, well, anyone owning XRP tokens and participating in the airdrop, up to this point will be able to receive Spark tokens on a 1-to-1 ratio. But, first of all, Ripple is excluded. All that money that's normally in Ripple's pockets is going to be given to the Flare team, which I find really dumb, but all right. You should think about it in a different way. Right now it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but if 3 billion XRP is not claimed for Spark, then that 3 billion XRP is going to be delivered on us, which once more means that we'll most likely get a 1-to-1 ratio of some sort, or maybe even higher as more people don't claim it, which is pretty nice then, I guess, right? That would be pretty damn juicy and pretty damn good. But again, with that idea in mind, Coinbase also has some good parts, like for example this. Coinbase said it brokered MicroStrategy's influential 425 million Bitcoin buy, and in another different senses, Coinbase is a very big pivot for crypto adoption, and in that sense, I cannot say that Coinbase is bad, right? They've also had a couple of statements out there a couple of times now that I don't agree with, but that's just, I guess, freedom of your company to do whatever you want, as I'm not the person controlling it, right? I can't say what they can, I cannot do. What I can, however, say is that the good don't outweigh the bad in this sense, because even though they do support a lot of crypto adoption and do help out with it a ton, which we must admit, the bad sides of going down are just really, really, really annoying in my opinion, and them not supporting Flare I just also find a really big annoyance or nuisance. I'm like, why would you not do it unless they knew something was wrong with that, or did they just not want to see the holders get that money, or did they just not want to have this Spark on their exchange? Or maybe the rules are not set in place and they cannot give it to US customers or some way, shape, or form. Because that's one thing we shouldn't forget is that Binance US has also not claimed this, right? I believe. So maybe it has to do something with that. But I think they should have tweeted out then, hey, we can't do this because of regulatory issues, or we are not planning to do so because we don't know how it could work, or we're too afraid of it or something like that. Because I think people would understand then if they just said, hey, it might not work, or we might have an issue with the SEC. However, I kind of preventively already have that in my mind that they're not doing that because of that. But yeah. Let's move on though, because I mean, a lot of exchanges are hopping on, so I would just recommend going for another one. I personally am actually recommending people to go onto Webull, not by the way for Flare or anything like that, but a lot of people have been asking me where is the easiest place to trade things, and I'm really, really itching towards Webull because you can trade crypto and stocks on there, and if you sign up between like the next 2 weeks and deposit $100, I think you get 4 free stocks even. You get 2 by just signing up, I believe, and then 2 more for depositing $100, which again, you don't have to do, but that's just something I can, I guess, say that's kind of cool about it. But also you can trade crypto on here. Once more, you can't really buy it in the sense of you can keep it on there and withdraw, but it doesn't really matter to a certain degree if you are a person who keeps their money in exchanges anyway, because you can buy the value of this the same way that you would kind of buy crypto on PayPal and on Cash App and things like that. and just on a lot of exchanges out there that are more focused on stocks. And the reason I kind of recommend things like this is because I know they are safe, and it's going to be very, very difficult for them to steal your money. All right, very, very difficult. With things like, I don't want to say any other names to just make sure I don't slander their names. Some exchanges out there, I don't feel that certain that they will never quit. And that's why I can never really recommend them. And this one I know for a fact is so popular and so strong in that sense. It's going to be very hard for them to just hit the sack like that, right? I think this is only for US investors, though, to be able to buy this type of stuff. However, I still think this is some pretty damn cool thing, all right? It's a pretty cool exchange. I like the design. Link is in the description. Check it out. Also, check out Unstoppable Domains, by the way. And they have some cool stuff on there as well. Now, looking at the price, guys, I've been thinking about this for a little while. Still, if I want to solidify my position and stay on the ground that I think that all of this is just good and the bigger picture here is still solid, and every time I keep looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it does look juicy. And my prediction of, first of all, let's see here, the first one, of hitting all-time high at here about $3.30, depending on the exchange. Every exchange is a little bit different. With a 8 extension, you can see right here. So this is the first move of 2017. And it extended all the way to the 8 Fibonacci, right? You can see right here, it extended. Now, if we were to have such an extension also happen on this move right here, this is where you'd see XRP go. Let's just zoom out a little bit. It's not a couple of dollars. No. It's all the way here at about 27 or 26 or so. Just ridiculously high, right? Which is just if we were to follow exactly what happened in 2017, the beginning, if that were to replicate at the end of 2017 and, be reflected on this right now. Also, if this were to occur or something in that sense, we would most likely never see XRP below $1 anymore, which I've explained a little bit earlier. Now, that's not the only one thing we're guessing, though. I mean, there's also this theory here. If you attach this chart right here with a bars pattern, you grab this one and put it over the run. It may not look like it, but because I've just adjusted it to match here with this thing right there, you can see how it works. It's really crazy where you're going to see XRP price move along to. And the thing is, this may not be perfect. It may not work out at all. But you can kind of try it out for yourself. Just try it a couple of different things. Like, for example, if you make a bar pattern like this and you think that this is where this first hike is, and now you got to put that on top of there. Like, okay, the hike looked a little bit like this. Let's draw that. Maybe you think this is the way we're going to go. That would place XRP at about $6 or so. That also lines up a little bit. This is not factual. You can't really prove that this works. However, it's just kind of repeating cycles, right? And a lot of people say that history does repeat itself in trades or in charts, and thus we might be going out from that fact. However, here it would place our high at about September of 2021 or something along those lines. And for Bitcoin, we kind of estimated that we could already be seeing a way earlier top happening, even in our better scenarios where, for example, this is the way we're going for Bitcoin. Let's see here. Our top would already be here. Oh, no, it's actually kind of the same thing. Okay, this time it has already changed a little bit. This one gives a Bitcoin top right around the start of September here, which actually would kind of line up. Or if this were to be the 6th of September, we've said before that XRP will most likely make its all-time high 2 or 3 weeks after Bitcoin does it. And if this were to be the case, that's the week of the 13th of September. It's 1 week or maybe 2 weeks later than that, which actually kind of lines up. That would kind of work in a certain way, which is kind of funny. So let me also tell you guys this one right here. Almost 20% of PayPal users have used app to trade Bitcoin, Mizuho says. Nearly 1/5 of PayPal users have already traded Bitcoin using the PayPal app, according to a report published Tuesday by Mizuho Securities and obtained by CoinDesk. Just want to say on that one that 2021 is going to be a huge year for crypto in a certain sense, where I think there's going to be so many people who are hopping on, guys, that it's going to be insane, especially since they're going to be working with the retail, right, with the merchants, so to speak. It's going to be so huge that PayPal is going to allow things like that. I'm also kind of worrying how that's going to work with chargebacks. Like, will they allow chargebacks in Bitcoin as well, or will they follow the traditional suit where it's like 1 cent, well, you can't take it back? Or because it's not real native Bitcoin, it's like a backed Bitcoin that they can still have control over everything because you never own the real Bitcoins. Is it going to be like that? And by the way, if you are planning to buy it on PayPal, that's another way to do it, by the way. I mean, you can use Webull for things because you can buy stocks and cryptos on there, which is why I recommend it personally. But if you want to buy your crypto on PayPal, the only downside is that you don't really get the private keys of your Bitcoin. However, it is a safe way to buy it if you just want the value, or if you want to make sure that everything is being done through the books, as I can think of a couple of reasons why you would not want to have your personal BTC like that. And the main thing is, though, this is only recommended if you're a little bit of a starter. If you're already heavily into it and you just want to have everything in your own control, I can never recommend this type of stuff, right? Just cannot do that. You're going to have to buy your own BTC. You're going to have to take good care of your own coins and really hold them. But in my opinion, if you're storing your BTC on Binance or you're buying Bitcoin on this platform, it ain't going to change nothing because you have a certain part of their wallet. But that's basically it. It's not like you can literally just take your money out anytime. You're going to have to wait for their permission to do it. They're going to have to push their money, or your money, I guess, out of their wallet back to you, which is the same that kind of PayPal works with. The only thing is with PayPal or with Webull then, which I recommend once more, you can't take it out ever, but you can sell it and then buy back on another platform because the money is still there. The money is exactly the same way. So if Bitcoin goes up to $100,000, you'll still earn that $100,000, if you guys get me. It's not like it changes in that sense. You just don't have control over the keys right there, which is, in my opinion, very, very important. But if you're keeping your money on exchanges anyway, I don't think it matters. Only if you're going to self-custody and keep your money where your mouth is, like where it really should belong, in your own pocket. Yeah, don't buy it on any platform like this. Buy it on somewhere, withdraw it as soon as you can, and hold. But once more, if you're planning to trade it, or if you're planning to just you only want the value and you want it to be safe and you don't have to worry about anything, then this stuff like this can work. Or, of course, if you just want 4 free stocks, I don't even know what the value is. I think it's between $2 and $1,600 or so, the free stocks that you can get. A lot of big YouTubers had promoted this one, so I checked it out, and I think it's pretty cool as well. So that's why I'm also talking about it right now. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on it, though, guys. Make sure you press the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed it. XRP is going to be sky high, so is Bitcoin, and I'm pretty damn excited for it.